Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Egg. We don't always drink tea, but honey, we spill tea. And today, I didn't have tea. I had juice, but it's finished. But we're definitely spilling tea. Okay guys, so before we get into anything, if you have not subscribed, pull up. Like, I know I said I would pull up, but I think it'd be easier if you just pulled up and we handled this woman to woman or whatever, because y'all not gonna be watching my videos and not subscribe unless you want to fight. Okay, so today I want to share a couple of my experiences with loneliness when I moved to Nigeria. So a little background on my journey. Before we do a background, what do you guys think about this hair? Like, this hair was made by a friend of mine. Thank you so much, KB, for this hair. It hasn't been styled or anything, but I just kind of wanted to test it out. I'm so used to having my twists and stuff in my hair, like my twist or my afro, so this is kind of weird for me. Also, guys, if I'm in a chill mood, I'm super calm and zen. It's because it's almost 1 a.m. The kids are asleep. Everyone's asleep. Okay, I don't have any biological children, and there are no kids living here, but I just felt like saying that because it works. So I moved to Nigeria in 2016, and initially I was in Abuja. I was with my uncle and, my cousins and stuff like that. Was I with them? For a little bit. So I was in Abuja, kind of surrounded in somewhere that I was comfortable with at the time. So I moved to Lagos because I got a job here. And don't get me wrong, really, like in Abuja, I wasn't really hanging out with anyone but my cousin and like people that I took courses with, but that was about it. But when I got to Lagos, that's when loneliness really just reared its ugly head. I think my biggest challenge with loneliness was the fact that I thought that I was gonna step into Lagos and I would just have thousands of friends. I would just be a part of the Lagos scene or the Lagos society, and I just have tons of friends. And because of my utopian perception of my move to Nigeria, it was a challenge because I would go to work. And I only had 2 other colleagues. It wasn't a big company staff-wise. So I would go to work, come home, talk to my sister and my mom, eat my feelings, and go to sleep and do the same thing over and over again. I eventually left that place, and after I left that, I think that period was like one of the worst periods of my time here. So I decided to branch out, get involved in organizations and things like that, but I still was having a lot of struggles. And so I had to take some time out, first of all, and reevaluate and assess myself. Like, why are you so lonely? Why are you having so many challenges connecting with people? First and foremost, my issue was my perception. I think one thing I got wrong was the utopian perception, especially of Lagos. The people you see on social media, it doesn't mean you're gonna see them in real life and be their friends. And also, being a part of the scene is not necessarily everything. So I think that was just my, that perception. I latched onto that perception dangerously. And it was hard for me to connect with other people because I wanted to be rubbing shoulders with this person and that person. So definitely I had the wrong perception of society here and meeting people here. And also I stayed in my house all the time. I didn't go out. Now I go out to places by myself, but at the time I didn't. Also, another challenge for me was that I was afraid of opening up to people just because I had this notion about people, especially Lagos people, the stereotype, aggressive, one-chancers, manipulators, all that stuff. And I didn't really want to open up to people because I was like, oh, I don't want to let you in. You might play me and all of those things. So I really, I was the type that, for example, I really only went to church other than work. So I'll go to church. Before service even ends, I'm already out. I would go to midweek service. Before the service ends, I'm already out. And mind you, to be honest with you, at that time, honey, I was not looking for friends. I was looking for a boyfriend. I was looking for a husband. Okay, so really, I wasn't even looking to make friends. I was really looking for, knight in shining armor to pull up out of nowhere in his Mercedes and sweep me off my feet, and we'd just be together and build our lives together. So, misguided goals or misguided ideals, really. I was trying to find someone or be in a relationship to fill a void that really only God can fill. Like, there's no human that can fill it. There's no man that can fill it. And also, the time that I'm taking finding man or chasing man, I could have been building really good, strong connections with people, which obviously I eventually did, but it didn't stop my obsession with being married or being in a relationship. I think ultimately boiled down to my utopian perception. It's what I saw on Instagram. It's what I saw in movies. Like, Lagos is just this place that's full of life, and you always meet people and make friends very easily. And to be honest with you, for some people it's easier making friends than others. So this is not to discourage anyone when they move here. As much as Nigeria is home, it's not it's not like driving around Bowie or wherever. It's not like driving around DC or, you know, going to my friend's house or whatever. It's different. And so I kind of had like the blues, like I guess like separation, I don't know, a struggle with separation. I can't define it other than loneliness. I would say to anyone who's moving here, who plans on moving to Nigeria, listen, this channel is about making Nigeria work. So of course I'm gonna tell you to move here, but I would say think about your ideals, think about what you want, your expectations here, and that would definitely help a lot with loneliness. But I'm not gonna lie, if you spent your entire life somewhere else and you move to somewhere new, the adjustment is going to be difficult. And if you're not surrounded by people that understand that experience, understand that journey, you're going to feel really lonely. You're going to feel really silly for feeling the way that you feel. Don't be afraid to branch out, but you know, whatever utopian perceptions you may have. Now, there's a difference between having a utopian perception and like being positive. I'm not saying don't be positive, but like, don't your standards shouldn't be too high, okay? I know that sounds mean, but it's just the truth. Definitely come in with an open mind, but don't think that it's gonna be like how it is on African Magic or Iroko TV or whatever, or what you see on Instagram. And also, don't think that being a part of a certain group or a certain scene is the end all be all. Every circle or every group has its intricacies, for lack of a better word. So don't feel like you have to be a part of this scene or a part of that scene. I know a lot of people that I met when I first moved to Lagos, and I guess I wasn't cool enough for them, and so they kind of like passed me by, and they had similar backgrounds as me. So don't idolize these scenes, don't idolize these people. Come in with an open mind, but understand that also loneliness is a part of the journey. Understand that loneliness is a part of the journey, and accept it, but understand that you can't stay there forever, and you won't stay there forever. So I hope you enjoyed this late night rant. I'm going to sleep. Actually, I'm not going to sleep. I need to take a shower. I'm going to take a shower after I move this makeup, and then I'm going to go to sleep. But I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions on how I navigated dealing with loneliness while being here, if you have questions for me, if you want to be my friend, you know, send me a little message and we can talk. I'm always here to help. I'm trying my best to be a resource to anybody who's thinking about moving back to Nigeria or spending an extended period of time here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, you know what? It's fine, whatever. Bye. It's time to like snatch this wig off my head. So yeah.